we help brands grow, and we help our partners stand out too.
It was written that you hit over 10 billion impressions and you reached across 70 plus geos for the brands that you work with. How do you work this out for iGaming brands and scale their marketing operations?
We test, we analyze, we see the data, and what is most important, we cut off anything inefficient without any hesitation.
And if you invest in retargeting, you can easily get like 10, 15x. I've seen these numbers myself, and some clients, they did even better.
This is the investment which pays off a bit in the long term, and it reduces acquisition costs and makes every other channel more efficient and cheaper.
Brand protection. It is not really understood that well in the market. Your brand will not be visible if you don't do the brand protection.
Retargeting is not about chasing the user. It's about bringing them back at the right moment with the right message.
Affiliate traffic is dominating the market. It is like kind of the backbone of iGaming traffic right now for many brands. Where do you see non-affiliate channels?
Affiliate acquisition plays a big role, but nonetheless, other channels, they really help, and you shouldn't depend only on one channel.
What is one retention hack mr.Booster uses that can increase players' value, let's say by 30%? Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Revpanda Live in 2026. I hope you all had a chance to rest and recharge for the new year, because it's going to be a strong one ahead of us. Last year at Revpanda Live, we were really busy. We delivered over 40 episodes, brought you the brightest minds in the iGaming industry, and we covered everything from technology and marketing trends to lifestyle and everything else you wanted to see on this show. But for this season opener, we are kicking things off with my absolute favorite topic. You guessed it right, digital marketing, of course. And as you know, we have AI taking over search, new challenges in retention, and the constant battle for budget allocation for iGaming brands, especially when it comes to running marketing efforts, is really getting tough. So how do we build a full funnel strategy that actually scales in 2026? We're going to find the answer today at this episode. And to answer that question, I'm excited to welcome Anastasiia Khegai, sales team lead at mr.Booster. Anastasia, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Hi, everybody. Hello, and hello, Faruk. Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for joining. Anastasia, I know that you and mr.Booster team heading to ICE and ICE Barcelona next week. So how do you feel? Are you ready?
Yeah, we're feeling really excited. It's a very strong and positive start of the year, because right after the holidays, we are in really high preparation for the conference. We are scheduling meetings with our partners. So it's a very hectic start of the year, but we like it.
And as you know, we had a conversation last time at, I think, when we were in Rome at your booth, Sigma Central Europe. And over there, you had a really beautiful, vibrant booth with all the yellow colors and everything. So what can the attendees expect from your booth this time?
So we continue having ourselves and posing ourselves as one of the brightest and outstanding booths, because what we do marketing, we help brands grow, and we have to stand out, and we help our partners stand out too.
Amazing. I'm so excited to visit you there. So I'm going to drop the booth number in the comment section, and our viewers and listeners can also check this out. So Anastasia, we're going to discuss SEO versus paid media, retention hacks, and how to scale across multiple geos and everything else I am so curious about today. But before we jump into that, Anastasia, can you tell us about your personal journey into iGaming and digital marketing?
Right. Yeah, I came to iGaming through networks. And I remember I started with the in-app traffic. And I remember my first day when I came to the office and there were my colleagues talking to each other. And even though they were speaking my language, they were saying like, do I have to add mediation? Oh no, are they on rev share? Oh, I don't like it. Let's optimize the CPM. And for me, it sounded so weird, I remember. But now, yeah, 9 years later, I mastered the language myself, luckily. And yeah, then I went to the publisher's side. I worked with the websites and placed ads there. Then I started working with advertisers and was selling traffic to them, optimizing. And here I realized that performance is the key. It's not about like nice statistics. It's about real metrics. It's about getting the right ROI, KPIs. And that's why here at mr.Booster, we are focused on delivering the best results to our partners. Yeah.
That was actually something that I also wanted to ask you about, because if you ever go to an iGaming event recently, you definitely meet the people from mr.Booster, and your booth is really shiny and so beautiful. So I'm sure people, they recognize. But for those listeners who may not be so familiar with mr.Booster, can you please tell us about the company, which I think a blend of marketing agency and an ad platform? And maybe you can share with us the services you offer for the iGaming brands.
Right. So we are, as mr.Booster, we are a digital agency and we focus on iGaming. Basically, what we cover, let's start with media channels, let's say, influence marketing. We work with streamers. And also, we offer traffic from social networks. It's about Reels in Telegram or Reels in TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. Also, we go with the performance channels. We have Facebook media buy and review sites. We also help our customers with the SEO brand protection. So we help increasing organic traffic for the brands. And of course, the key is retargeting. We are getting back your users. We work with the users which already are in your base. And yeah, we are positioning ourselves as the partner for growth, not just an agency. And yes, we have our own platform for advertisers where they can track statistics, check the key metrics, their balance, and all the necessary information.
I see it's really a wide range of services. And also, I love how you say it. Like, you're not just acting as an agency, you position yourself as a partner to the brands that you work with. So that's really something that I look for any service companies in the industry right now. When I was checking your website, I saw some impressive numbers. Like, it was written that you hit over 10 billion impressions, and you reached across 70 plus geos for the brands that you work with. To me, these are like pretty impressive numbers, honestly speaking. And I was wondering, how do you work this out for iGaming brands and scale their marketing operations?
Right. So the coverage of our traffic is really big indeed in terms of the impressions and in terms of geos. And this is also thanks to the multiple directions of traffic types, which we offer to our partners. Regarding the scale of the brands, we scale only what really actually pays off. Because everything starts with a clear KPI, and this KPI is applied to each specific channel. So we always understand what really works and what doesn't. And from there, we work our hypothesis quickly, we test, we analyze, we see the data, and what is most important, we cut off anything inefficient without any hesitation. And exactly this approach helps us to grow iGaming brands sustainably focusing budgets on only those channels which work and deliver the ROI and not just the big numbers of impressions or geos. It's all about performance.
Yeah, and you look at data, and as I understand, you're also open for testing. So you test different traffic sources, different channels, and everything else, and then invest in the right ones for the brands so that their budget is actually going to the right direction. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yes. This is about spending the budget wisely, not about just covering as much as possible.
I see. I see. And doing all those things, industry recognizes it. I like congratulations on the latest award you got. I think it was Industry Writing Star at Sigma Central Europe in Rome. You won that award, and I believe it won't be the last one. And based on this recognition, I was actually wondering, can you tell me what's one thing mr.Booster does differently compared to most other digital marketing agencies in the market?
Right. Yeah, we are very happy to receive that award. We were really celebrating that, even though we are relatively young on the market. It was an honor for us. And I would say there are two things which make us a bit different from other agencies. The first, I would mention them that we are as agency we focus on iGaming vertical. We are not, let's say, that a Swiss knife where we are trying to help everybody, whoever comes. We have our strong expertise for many years in this specific vertical, and we are trying to stick to that. And the second one is that we are the full cycle agency. What it means that we help brands to build strategy from scratch for the new markets or the new brands, or if this is already a big existing brand, we help make your marketing strategy more effective. And partners come to us, and what they can find traffic, they can find video production, creo production. We can help with the retargeting. We can deliver traffic from social networks. We help with the SEO, brand protection, everything in one place. And we are proud that we can deliver everything, and we have really expertise and experienced teams which can deliver these directions.
I see, and you said SEO is actually one of my favorite topics in marketing. And at Revpanda, we also utilize it a lot. And I think there's no second alternative for organic growth right now. Like even social media activity is great, but SEO has its own place, especially for the web visibility. However, after AI is becoming so popular, especially on the browsers, as you know, when you go to a browser, there's AI mode, and it becomes slowly as the main search engine. This shows some drop in the SEO traffic results as well. I was wondering your opinion. What is the current status of SEO traffic in iGaming right now, and why iGaming brands should consider investing in it?
Right. Actually, AI now changes our lives, changes the world, not only SEO also, but it really has a big impact on our everyday life and on SEO as well. And here I would say that SEO is not dying for sure, especially in iGaming. This is something that will be always needed. And today it's even not about volumes of organic traffic, but also about control of brand results in search engines. What I mean is that we help brands to take up to 90% of brand result traffic in search engines. how we do that? We help your site to be on the first position, and we close the rest of positions with satellite sites. And this helps not only not to lose your own brand traffic, but to protect it and not to give it to competitors. And you're right that now with the presence of AI, it's very important to optimize not only to the classic research results, but also take into consideration AI answers and LLM replies. It's like large language models. And
those LLMs, they need to find it from somewhere. I mean, if your brand is not out there, if you're not present, right, on internet, and it's not going to discover you, and it's not going to add you in these recommendations after the search results. So definitely what you say really makes sense. Sorry to interrupt you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I would just wanted to add that yes, we create each content and on each website in such a way that it is readable by AI models, and it's very important to open your site for those LLM bots for sure.
So in the past, it was like Google's crawlers. They were going, they were reading. So how does it work? Like when you say readable by LLMs, can you elaborate more on this, please?
Yeah, actually, this is about the structure of the website, and it's about something that goes under the under the mechanics, let's say the inside works. And here we have a very big team which specializes on that site building, link building, and content writing. And basically, this is their know-how, and they will do it in the best possible way.
So you start from the technical SEO, and then you build up, of course, the offline SEO as well, as you mentioned, link building. There's one thing I would like to actually dive a bit more into, which is brand protection, because maybe it is not really understood that well in the market, but it is so important for brands. For instance, you launch a new brand, right? Affiliates will figure this out immediately. And what they're going to do is they are going to just create landing pages using your branded keywords. And then later on, there, whenever any player goes to Google and they just search, let's say, your brand name and payments, sports betting, crypto, whatever, right? Your brand will not be visible if you don't do the brand protection. So you need to invest in your branded keywords when it comes to SEO so that you will be ranked on the top results, and then you're not going to leave the money on the table, because then you will just be paying for your own keywords to affiliates. So it just doesn't make sense. I would strongly recommend SEO. And those who are saying, oh, SEO is dead and so on, I don't agree with you. Two reasons. As Anastasia said, the first thing is LLMs, they need to figure out where to get the information about your brand. And second thing is you have your strong branded keywords. Why don't you use them? So these are my just, let's say, takeaways from your answer. And so interesting topic. I think we can talk about it all day.
Right. Yeah, this case with like stealing, let's say, of the branded traffic, we see it every day. Every day, really, like brands come to us and we show them, like, look, okay, we Googled you, so here is like your result, but we show where the link really goes and where it really leads, and it needs to be fixed for sure.
Definitely. And I noticed, Anastasia, media buying is also becoming increasingly popular among iGaming operators in the recent years. If, let's say, an iGaming brand is not utilizing media buying, can you tell us what do they actually miss and why they should adopt this?
Okay, so here I would specify what kind of media buying we're talking about. So we have media channels and we have performance channels, right? So if the brand is not doing anything with the external, like media buying, first of all, it becomes really much harder to enter new geos and to test a local market and scale. And if we're talking about performance channels, so here everything is clear. Performance This is something that the brand needs. It's very strange not to utilize those. If we're talking about media, this is something that brands usually underestimate because it doesn't bring instant results, but it is something, this is the investment, which pays off a bit in the long term. By that, I mean, for example, display ads. They work, but they work not that, they don't show instant results. But the awareness, the brand awareness, it starts working later for you. And it reduces acquisition costs and makes every other channel more efficient and cheaper. But it needs some time.
Absolutely. And even if you take some B2C advertising efforts, and as an iGaming operator, you have an affiliate program and you're looking for affiliates, it also triggers affiliates' attention. So if you have your brand here and there, present in the market, affiliates, they say, look, these guys are all around. They are trustworthy, they have the budget and so on, and let's just talk to them. So it is not only triggering the attention of the end players, let's say, it is also helping you to attract those affiliates that can join your affiliate program. So there are multiple benefits over there. Anastasia, you mentioned SEO, which is organic traffic in general. And then the second thing we were talking about is more like paid media. So here is a dilemma. Brands, they don't know where to invest if they have like a little bit budget state. For instance, let me give an example. It is almost at the end of the quarter and I've got like $30,000 left in the budget. Where would you recommend allocating it? Should it go for the SEO or should it go for the paid media? And what would be the logic behind that?
All right. Well, here I would say it depends a lot on your goal. It's all about the goal. If the brand has 30K, let's say, left for the quarter, I would recommend placing it in the paid media. Why? Because most probably the brand would need instant results. They want to see new users, new acquisition after this, and etc. If we're talking about SEO, this is something that is, of course, necessary to do, but it is a bit slower, and this approach needs a bit more time. For example, you invest now, but organic traffic doesn't give you instant quick results, and you see, so new FTDs are our best ROI ever, and etc. No. You will see that, but later. And that's why if you have it like in the quarterly budget, you need instant results, it's paid media PPC. If you are focused on more long-term, but more quality, this is SEO.
Yeah, and SEO is not just like a kind of a tool that you can use with overnight results, right? I mean, it's a long-term investment and the time span is a bit later than those sudden peaks as you use the paid media. So for SEO, actually 30K, if you talk about that kind of budget, which is very small in my opinion for an iGaming operator, you need to be investing it for at least 6 months to 1 year time. And that is going to cover, let's say, maybe 20,000, 30,000 worth of content that you're going to write, maybe 8 different backlinks you're going to acquire from industry websites, and that's going to build things up over time. But the best part of SEO is that it's going to stay on internet. It's going to feed, all these LLMs, as you say, as well. However, if you're in a hurry and you need like really very fast results, you go with the paid media, as you say. The part about the paid media is like, yes, you enjoy the graphic going up, you get FTDs and so on, but the moment that your budget is burned, it is out, everything drops down. So over there, SEO supports you. So it's better to have a kind of a blend over there, right? Like SEO and paid media, balance budgets and go for it.
Yeah, exactly. So allocate this 30K for paid media, but for the next quarter, for sure, plan, please, the budget for the SEO. This is very important.
Absolutely. So SEO we talk about, and then paid media, but these are mostly, I would say, supporting new acquisition, like player acquisition part. On the other hand, retention is very important, and retargeting is something that actually you can use for both acquisition and retention at the same time. And you help your clients about this, and you call it like winning back your audience, as far as I know. How do you leverage retargeting to increase some critical metrics? For instance, register to deposit rates for the iGaming brands that you work with.
Right. So retargeting, this is something that is getting more popular and popular nowadays. And this is something that we are proud of, actually. Because for us, retargeting is not about like chasing the user. It's about bringing them back at the right moment with the right message. And how we do that is that we work with a clear funnel. We do segmentation of the users who registered but didn't deposit, who started an action but didn't complete it, who cooled off after their first visit, and etc. So for each segment, we built a separate scenario with its own creative messaging and conduct frequency. This is very important. And exactly this approach helps us to increase the register to deposit rate. And this helps us not to inflate, like boom the budget of the customer.
And again, it is about goals, as you say, because if somebody is like bounced from the registration form or something, you target specifically that person. Or if it is related with a new campaign, you target the user differently. That's very interesting.
Yeah. And this the investment for the retargeting is way much lower than for the initial user acquisition. This is something that really one of the strongest points for our partners.
But the results are much better, if you ask my opinion. I mean, if you invest in retargeting, you can easily get like 10, 15x, honestly. I've seen these numbers myself, and some clients, they did even better. So yeah, definitely it's a way to go. And there are different platforms that you can actually do retargeting. There are different creative formats that you can actually utilize. Based on your experience, what are the best platforms or the best creatives that you can use to get player attention and capture them back?
Well, for iGaming retargeting, DSP platforms are performing extremely well. And why? Because they have a really, they give access to large volume of traffic, and it makes it easier to find the right user and deliver relevant message. And it's very important to find him at the right moment. And we run campaigns through our own retargeting platform, and it allows us to control the process very precisely. And in terms of the formats, I would say it's the blend of the formats, but we can highlight native ads, in-stream video, and classic banners. I would say, yeah, they usually perform best because they have the blend, like they blend naturally into the user experience. Try not to interrupt it, and yeah, and it's also important about the creos. From the creos perspective, it's very important so that the creo contained very clear message, and without any being pushy, aggressive. Just a reminder to have some entertainment.
Yeah, definitely. And there are a lot of different ways to test them. So if you're going with some display, with some creatives, you can always test not only A/B, but C, D, E, and a lot of different versions you can do testing, and you can just utilize the best one anyway. Anastasia, we are going to IGB next week, and the hall will be packed with affiliate programs because currently affiliate traffic is dominating the market. It is like kind of the backbone of iGaming traffic right now for many brands. Although I recommend balancing this out because relying fully on affiliates is not a good strategy. Where do you see non-affiliate channels, for instance, organic, performance marketing, social media, direct display today? Where are we heading to?
Right, totally agree that affiliates still dominate the acquisition in iGaming, and actually that makes sense. They consistently deliver good performing traffic in most of cases. However, non-affiliate channels today also play a big role, but different. And first thing I would say is that it's very important not to be dependent on one channel, on affiliate channel acquisition source. And we have other performance channels like Facebook's or review sites. They allow you to quickly test new geos. If we're talking about media like display, direct media, they help scale volumes and strengthen the brand, the awareness, the presence of the brand on that market. And if we're talking about organic SEO, they capture already formed demand by other channels. So I would say that yes, affiliate acquisition plays a big role, but nonetheless, other channels, they really help, and you shouldn't depend only on one channel. Altogether, you need to diversify, and altogether you get sustainable results and feel more comfortable in the long term.
Absolutely. I love what you say over here because, for instance, we are doing this recording. It's going to social media, it's going to YouTube, everywhere. And then like 2 weeks later, when you search SEO in iGaming and you go to search results under videos or search, I am pretty sure you're going to see us over there because YouTube is actually becoming the second best search engine right now, maybe number one. In my life, actually, it is number one, place that I'm actually browsing things. So even you post something on social media, it is supporting your search results. When you just search some keywords, you actually see Instagram posts coming up on the very top. So there are so many different touch points over here. So not just SEO, not just affiliate traffic, not only paid media. Also support your videos, for example, video marketing on YouTube and social media. Everything else is actually bringing a really good, let's say, sweet spot for you. So it is really good to find that balance. Definitely, I strongly recommend your suggestion over there. Don't just stick to one thing. Try to just balance things out. It's actually one of the best takeaways so far, I would say, from our conversation. And as we talk about the channels, conversion is very important, right? So I was wondering, what are the highest performing channels when it comes to conversion according to your experience?
I think every channel can bring really good results depending on the how you optimize and utilize that channel, because every traffic needs optimization. But if we're talking about different channels and LTV in comparison, I would here choose SEO, organic traffic, because in terms of LTV, it still brings the highest long-term results. And because why? Because it comes from branded organic traffic. And this is about the level of trust. They, like the users who are looking for you, they convert better from the start and tend to stay with you and your product longer. And I would say that it's very important to combine this SEO brand search result with the retargeting. And boom, together these channels would deliver the most consistent and sustainable LTV growth, in my opinion.
I see. And these are important, of course, for acquisition. And usually, as you know, acquisition is getting the most attention by brands, right? But on the other hand, what keeps operators profitable is retention. So let's talk about it a bit. What is one retention hack mr.Booster uses that can increase players' value, let's say by 30%, without spending a single extra dollar on ads?
Well, without spending a single extra dollar, that would be hard, to be honest, because anyway, any channel needs investment. But the investment in retargeting is way smaller, and this is a fact, the fact which is proven by our result, the results of our partners. And our main, let's say, retention hack is that we do smart retargeting of the existing audience without increasing ad spend. We're not acquiring new users. We are spending your budget only on those who already registered, deposited, and what helps us to bring them back is this user segmentation, which I was already mentioning a bit earlier. Because we are looking at the behavior of the user, and it's very important to catch them at the right moment and with a very targeted messaging. That's why we are working a lot on our creatives, on our video ads, and then we monitor the behavior, and yes, this usually increases deposit frequency.
I have one hack when it comes to not spending an extra dollar or maybe
Share, please.
I would say localization, because I noticed that there are a lot of brands. I go to their website, their apps, and so on, and I see that they're not very localizing it. It's not only about the translation, whatever the language is posted over there, but also the whole journey, the colors, like whatever they use for their marketing campaigns in general, they all need to be localized. So once you do that and you speak the same language with your audience, it is going to really increase. Because honestly, I'm in this space like since 2018. I've seen brands entering German market and sending emails in English language. Imagine. So like there are this kind of things, and whenever people see that, they will definitely just go away. You gotta make sure that you localize everything. Do you like my hack? Does it?
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree. Localizing is everything, because people think that, people speak English there, people will understand. No, you need to take into consideration the specifics of each geo. And the first thing is about language. And there are many other things which you need to take into consideration, but language is the first. Agree.
I see. Are there any best practices that you would like to recommend when it comes to retention strategies? Because we are entering 2026. What we have done in the past may not be working, as the industry is actually really moving fast. Audience is having different preferences all the time. So can you name a couple of strategies maybe for iGaming brands?
The first strategy that comes to my mind is to come to mr.Booster and let us help you. This is the best. That would be the best. But if we're talking general about the strategy for retention, I would say it's very important for the brands and gaming operators to build communication around the player lifestyle. What I mean is that to understand when the user is active and catch the moment when they start to cool off. So it's very important to monitor and identify exact moment when they need to be re-engaged. So, and I would say that instead of waiting and just looking who will deposit, who doesn't spend, and it's very important to monitor the behavior. Otherwise, it's too late. And after that, it becomes harder to get back the user once lost. It's very important to get back the user who is still a bit warm.
I agree. I mean, usually when I look at the entire journey, customer journey, or call it player journey, there are 2 points for me very important. First one is the first impression. The first time you actually face your player, you gotta give the best experience over there. And the second one is before they churn. So when you get the signals, it is very important that timeliness that you're talking about here is so crucial. And right now, we are equipped with all these tools. We have machine learning, and we can get every different type of signal actually from the player, and we can utilize them. We can take the next best action, right?
Right, totally agree.
Absolutely. You talked about the influencer marketing, and then you were also talking about streaming, and they are so popular recently, and I don't know any brand not really working honestly with the streaming. And there was a case study on your website. I want to check this one. It is doubling Twitch conversions using interactive in-stream formats. So I'm very curious, like, what's the secret to turning those passive viewers into high value players without kind of ruining their entertainment experience?
Right. I think here the secret is not to interrupt the entertainment, but become part of it. Because it's very important, because the user comes to stream to enjoy the show, and when you are starting pushing him to do something, that doesn't work. You need to be the part of the entertainment. And on Twitch, we use interactive in-stream formats, and they engage users, and they don't distract them from the content. That was a very interesting case. I really recommend everybody to check it out, because users, they feel like they are the part of the stream, and that builds trust, keeps the engagement high, and this is what the operator needs. Yeah, and this approach helps us to turn passive viewers into high value players, and not to interrupt their experience.
Absolutely, because even when you're watching something on YouTube and those like 9 seconds ads is so annoying. So imagine this whole, Twitch experience. It is like really fully promoted. It wouldn't be as good. I definitely agree with you. We gotta monitor the experience and deliver the best as much as we can over there on these kind of platforms. And I would like to also talk about the markets, because we have got operators. Yes, they are working in certain markets. They're established over there, but it is 2026. Maybe some brands would like to expand and they would like to enter new geos. Do you have any strategic recommendations for iGaming brands who would like to enter a new geo this year?
Well, this is something that we a bit started discussing before. I would also start with this. You need to take into consideration the local specifics of the geo. It's very important, like language, traditions, patterns. It's user behavior patterns are very important, because every culture is different, and those brands who are working in multiple geos, they understand that this approach works here but doesn't work there. Here, I would say the way would be more standard. It's that you test different hypotheses, you act quickly and cut off everything that doesn't work for you, and scale those channels which bring results. So it's all about optimization. It's very important to build trust in the geo, in the new geo, and it's done with the media channel sources. and performance sources will help you with the initial user acquisition.
Yeah, definitely. And no need to say, check out the regulations, work with local affiliates if you can, because they can guide you. And definitely localization is the North Star when it comes to the whole conversation about entering a new market. Anastasia, this has been a fantastic start to our 2026 season. We discussed what a true funnel strategy looks like today. We covered the shift in organic search, leveraging smarter media buying, and of course, the critical importance of retention. To me, it is actually clear that in iGaming success today, it is connecting every different touch point in the player journey, not just focusing on acquisition and the new traffic. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us and all these insights. It was a pleasure to have you at our show today. And before we wrap it up, Anastasia, what's the best way to reach out to you for our audience to follow your work and maybe learn more about Mr. Booster?
You can find me in Telegram, the best and quickest way. Also LinkedIn. I think we can leave my contacts. Yeah. I'm always open to any conversation and dialogue. You can visit our website, mr.Booster. Subscribe to our social networks, please, and read our cases and researches. They're very interesting, and there is a lot of interesting information there. And yeah.
And in the near future, we are all heading to Barcelona for ICE and IGB, and definitely we're going to meet there. So everyone, next week we will be at ICE and IGB affiliate in Barcelona. As Revpanda and Ace Alliance, we are bringing you the full event media coverage with live interviews and podcasts featuring the top industry experts at our channels. So I would strongly recommend you to follow us on our social media so you don't miss a thing. And thank you once again for dialing in and joining us today. And I will see you all at the next Revpanda live session.
Thank you, Faruk. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.